Hey guys, welcome back to Heritage Hollow Homestead. Today I am just trying to knock out several little garden projects while it's not raining, but there is a big storm pushing in right now, so I'm going to try to make this a quick video. But I am going to be finishing my bean teepees and I'm going to be growing cucumbers on it also. So I did one teepee a month or so ago, and I realized I did it all wrong. So I'm going to show you what not to do so you can learn from my mistakes, and then we're going to do the other two hopefully the right way. So let's go. Okay guys, and for my teepees I'm using, these are 6-foot cedar post, they're basically like what you would use for tomato stakes. This actually came in a kit, and if you can see right there at the top, there's actually like a rubber circular little disc that helps hold it in place. So I got each teepee was in a kit at Lowe's for roughly $10. If you buy the post individually, they're almost $3 at Tractor Supply. So to me it was a better deal to buy the whole kit, and you get the little rubber topper to hold it in place. So that's where I got mine at. You could use even better would be like a 8 or 9 foot post. If you could get a hold of those, you might be able to buy them elsewhere, that maybe like not even in the garden area. So I already have those, and I'm going to take you over. What I did was I put them up. I decided where I wanted to put them, and you really have to put them down in the ground, and I actually built up the soil around them to help hold them in place. If you do not get your teepees down in the ground really well, they will just fall over every time the wind blows. The other thing that I'm going to be using is this. I bought a pack, it's like a package of 3 at the Dollar Tree. You get 3 in a pack at the Dollar Tree. And I have 3 teepees, so this should be enough. Alright, I'm going to show you what I did wrong on the first one, okay? Okay, so over here guys, if you can tell, I wrapped the teepee all the way around, and I realized afterwards that was not a good idea. I'm going to have a hard time getting into my beans this way, so I will probably come back and rewrap this eventually, because strangely enough, this is the one we planted beans and lettuce and stuff all under it, and something got in only this one little spot and ate everything or destroyed it. So I don't know what it was. My guess is a rabbit from the looks of it. So the first thing to not do would be, do not wrap your post all the way around. You want to leave one open spot, just like how a regular teepee would be, so that you can reach in and get all of your beans, okay? And then the other thing that I did wrong on the top is very loose, and that is the top strings, and that is because I actually started at the top wrapping, and I wrapped down, and I realized as I wrapped it was pulling, the further down I wrapped was pulling this in tighter and making that, if you can see how loose those get when you pull it in tight, making them looser. So for the rest of them I will be starting at the bottom when I start wrapping, okay? Alright, so let's go over here and take a look at this one. I know my neighbors always think I'm crazy for walking around with this selfie stick or whatever. They probably think I'm like super arrogant and love taking pictures of myself in the garden. I don't know. Anyway, who cares? Okay, so over here, some of my beans have already started to climb the poles. That'll be fine. I'll just work around them. So I planted my beans all the way around. Oh, starting to rain already. I'm going to be starting at the bottom, and I'm going to like start here, wrap, and when I get back to this one I will stop and go back the other way so I can leave my opening. I'm going to start from the bottom. Okay guys, so, well, it started to rain. Oh well. See if we can get through this. Anyway, it is just having to work between the non-stop rain these last few weeks has been made us very behind on all our garden chores. Alright, so I'm going to tie it off at the very bottom down here, and then I will make my way around. Okay guys, so I have it tied to my post, and I'm going to move you closer and show you how I'm wrapping it around. Make sure that you're keeping your string pretty tight as you go, That'll really pull everything tight as you go up further. And then when we get to where we have our space in between, then we will go back around the other way. Okay, so I'm starting out pretty low right here, and I'm going to take it and I'm going to wrap it around, and then we will go on over to the next. We'll go around to the next side. Obviously, this would be much simpler if you were not. Obviously, this would be much simpler if my plants were not already growing. I'm a little behind on this, but better late than never. Okay, guys, so I am going to be, if you can tell how low down to the ground, I'm about 8 inches off. That should be plenty low enough for your runners here to grab a hold of. And once they get a hold of the first one, they'll continue to climb. Okay, so when I come in here, I am going to be coming around. Even if there's a plant here in my way, it'll be fine. Kind of hard to do this one-handed. And you'll just be pulling it tight. Okay. Then I'll come over here to my next one. Ooh. I see a little guy here that doesn't need to be there. Let's see, where is he? Can you see him right here? I don't know why it won't zoom in. There we go. There he is. Need to get him away from there. Alright, but back to our string. I come around here. I wrapped it around. Then I come over here to this one. Wrap it around. And then we will come back on ourselves. And we'll come up a few inches, and then we will just go back around. And making sure to pull tight with each round. Okay? Forgot to bring scissors out. Oh well. Okay guys, so that was simple enough. So you can see if we get up closer here, I've just went about 3 inches in between each one. It's not perfectly straight. It'll be fine. Now I have my opening here so I can actually reach in and get my beans. And for my beans here that I've already started to send out their shoots, I'm going to go ahead and weave them in here a little bit so they can start their trellising. Now some of them are hanging, they're kind of like on the ground here and such. They really need to get up off the ground. Keeping all of your plants up off the ground is essential for their well-being, so that they do not get as wet. They won't stay as wet. They'll get more airflow. It'll reduce the risk of different types of bacteria and disease. So getting these up and growing as quick as possible is going to be key, because otherwise your if you grow pole beans, like right here's the perfect example. They've already grabbed a hold of my squash plant and they are trying to get a hold of it. They will just grab a hold of whatever they can find, and if they can't find anything, then they would be on me. Then they will crawl across the ground. Okay, so there is our bean teepee. I hope this, let me come back in here. I hope this helped you guys. And also we planted lettuce, different types of lettuces under here. Our beans should grow pretty fast, and that will shade out this little area instead of having that wasted growing space. We'll have some lettuce in there that we can harvest from as well. It will benefit from the shade of these beans. Hope this helped you guys. Have a good day. Bye. See how they are all growing on the ground. We just got to get them all picked up here. Okay. Let's see. Those are up and going. All right. Okay, guys. Okay, guys, that's the basics on how you would wrap your teepee, and some suggestions on something to grow under on the bottom part so that you don't have wasted space. You could also do like carrots or radishes, something that is a cooler weather crop that will benefit from the shade. So there is our bean teepee. I hope that helps somebody out. And I just wanted to say, you know, growing wise, are these going to hold a lot of beans? Maybe not. They're also going to be the trellis for my cucumbers. But aesthetically, they make me happy, and I love incorporating both the the necessities of the garden and in with things that just make your garden more aesthetically pleasing and make it beautiful. It'll bring joy to you, and if you love coming out to your garden, you're going to be more likely to work in your garden more often. So anyway, there's our bean teepee. Have a good day.